Hey everyone, David here. Okay, it's time to address something that has been irritating the crap out of me. It's actually two things. One, that win thing with the turning your back on the national anthem stuff. You shouldn't be allowed to represent America. If you're gonna turn your back on the national anthem and pledge allegiance, any of that kind of stuff for America, you shouldn't be allowed to represent America. It's that simple. Soldiers have died protecting this country. They died for that flag. There is a lot of people that deserves that spot, that's going to respect our country and respect our soldiers and respect, who we are as a country. You are allowed to have your own opinion, but when you're out there on the field, you need to be representing America. That's simple. If you ain't representing America, you don't need to be out there representing America. Whether you want to hear that or not, soldiers died for that flag. So, if you're going to dishonor and disrespect them by basically turning your back on the country that's given you the ability and the rights and the freedoms to actually get out there and do what you're doing, then you need to be removed. You shouldn't be doing it. And yes, I've seen the old images of you holding the flag and all that stuff like that, so I don't know what the hell went screwing in your head, but you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be representing America if you're going to do that kind of stuff. That's simple. Second piece. And this is another one. The British idiot that thinks she can identify as a non-binary Korean. Here's something for you. I think we should get a fundraiser together. Get a fundraiser. Let's send her to North Korea. Let her go live in North Korea for a little bit. You want to identify as a Korean? All right. Go live in North Korea for a little bit so you have an understanding, because you don't deserve to live in South Korea. So you need to go live in North Korea for a little bit. Because until you understand what the South Koreans have been fighting, you do not represent a Korean. Sorry. You need to go live in North Korea for a little bit and understand what the South Koreans have been fighting. Then you can call yourself a Korean. That's just how I feel. They have been fighting North Korea for years. You have the DMZ line. No. You do not have the right, nor do you deserve the right to call yourself a Korean. That's simple. Unless you understand what the hell they've had to go through, you do not have that right. I don't know how to make that any more clear. This LGBT thing and all this identifying as this and identifying as that, then, hey, I identify as governor of California. Can I go up there and change laws now? I'm identifying as the governor of California, so shouldn't I be allowed to go up there and do that? Maybe I want to identify as president of the United States. Yeah, let me go up there and be president. I identify as it. Doesn't make it true. Oh, I identify as a pro NFL player. Can I make the same kind of money as Brett Favre? Please? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Ooh, I want to identify as Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, I want one of those super nice high paying jobs. Forget all putting in all the work and all the education and all the stuff that their families made them go through. Forget all that stuff. No. I just want to identify as it so I can go up there and start making that kind of big money. Forget all the work that they had to do. You see the point? This is absolutely stupid. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. This stuff needs to come to an end. You have the, Victoria's Secret models. They worked their butts off to get to the figure they were at. And yeah, it does set a bad example. I think we honestly should push healthy rather than anything else. But they worked their butts off for that. When you work your tail off for something, you should be awarded compensation and stuff like that for what you have done. Shouldn't be able to just have somebody come in and say, "Oh, I identify as that, so I get that." Oh, I'm changing my gender. I seen this one post the other day. It was a shirt saying, "Oh, there's only two gender," or there's more than two genders. Yet down at the bottom it just said men and women as the only shirt options. Funny how that works. There is only two genders. You're either man or you're woman. There's not really an in-between. You can have little subsections, but there's only two genders. Unless you can figure out how to change into a asexual animal, in which case then okay. So that's the point. These people out here, they're going crazy, they're losing their freaking mind, and we're just letting them do this. We're just letting them do this. Can I identify as Elon Musk? Man, I want to be rich. Are you kidding me? I want Elon Musk's money. I want to be as smart as Elon Musk. I want to basically live like that. It's not how this all works, people. Worlds don't work like that. And then I hear the one woman's fighting for equal pay in equal pay for football for women. I'm sorry. There's not even a pro women's football team that could compete against even Alabama. And Alabama has a hard time. They'd have a hard time playing against some of the pros. And Alabama could stomp any women's football team. So a pro team would smoke them. Even the weakest pro team could smoke them. So no, you shouldn't get the equal pay. Especially seeing as you can't draw in the crowd, you can't do any of that stuff. I hate the NFL. Don't get me wrong, but that's the point. You can't compete at the same level, so you shouldn't get the same pay. You don't bring in the same crowd, so you shouldn't get the same pay. I can come up with an idea, but guess what? If I only have the one idea and I'm not working every day and putting my life into it and stuff like that, I shouldn't be making Elon Musk his money. Even though I might have a completely unique idea, it would be... I don't need to be making Elon Musk his money because that dude works hard every day. He's an entrepreneur. He's a serious businessman. He's worked his tail off his whole life and he takes risk. That's deserving of what the hell he's earning. I mean, I'm sorry, it is. So, we need to just start looking at this because people are seriously losing their freaking mind. They're losing their freaking mind. And they're trying to destroy our country. This is America. Yes, you're entitled to your own differences and your own opinions and your own beliefs and your own thoughts and your own stuff. And you can do that. But guess what? It doesn't mean I have to accept it because I'm entitled to my own. And if you want to have that same kind of pay, then I dare any woman quarterback to get out there and do what Brett Favre can do. Any. Brett Favre, he didn't come up playing football. He was a walk-on. He was a walk-on. He was playing football with his buddies and then just went and walked on and tried out and bam, became one of the best football players to exist. So, you can't compete with someone like this. You shouldn't be making his kind of money. You got to understand, you're paid what you're worth. I know my worth, that's why I know I ain't worth no Elon Musk money. Would I like to make Elon Musk money? You bet your tail I would. But I don't, no. That's not how America works. Do I have the ability to do it? I still have the ability to do it. I have the ability to do it that's given to me as a right. But will I be able to do it? Probably not. But I have a right and I can do it if I really buckled down, did all the kind of stuff that Musk is doing, had all the unique ideas and all this stuff, and I could really innovate the world, then yeah, I could literally go do that. But the point is I don't. So I shouldn't make the same kind of money as him. That's the point. You are entitled. You have the right. You have the right to do that kind of stuff. If you can innovate, you can do all this different stuff, and you can be this super amazing person, then you have the right to do it. That is your right. You have a right to sit down and do that stuff. If you want to turn your back on the country, well, you have a right to do that, but it doesn't mean you represent the country. The country has the right to have you not as a representative if you don't want to actually represent them. You see the point? You have a right to do what there is, but you also have the repercussions that come with it. That's how this works. Whatever you do, you got to deal with the ending result. You don't just get to... you get equality and not equity or whatever the hell. You don't... We're not just going to level the playing field just because that's what you want. If you want that, you got to go for it. You got to strive. You got to pull for it. That's how America works. You don't like it, you can leave. There's plenty of other countries. You think the other countries are better? You think that socialism and communism and all this government overreach is so great? There's China. There's Russia. I mean, there's a list of them. There is a freaking list of other countries that are exactly what you're wanting. Get out. Get out. America is for those that want to actually do something with their life and achieve more. This is where the billionaires and trillionaires and all that stuff, well, ain't a trillionaire, but billionaires and millionaires are made. And you have the right to become that in this country. Ain't no other country you can do that. So, you don't like it, get out. Don't let the door hit you. Have a good day.